On today's Tackle Talk Tuesday video, I'm going to share with you my top 3 rigs for skipjack fishing this spring, and it starts right now. Hey, what is up everybody? Chris Souders, Slunger Outdoors, back with you again today. I want to say thanks for joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you like the information you're getting today, hit that thumbs up. Today we're going to be talking about skipjack rigs. I'm going to break it down into my top favorite 3 for this spring. We're going to start with number 3. Alright, so number 3 is an oldie but goodie. What we have is 3 16th ounce jig heads. These are white and pink with a 1-inch curly tail on them. They are tied into a sabiki style rig. Now this is a oldie but goodie because this is probably one of the most common styles of rigs that you'll see people casting for skipjack. The pink and the white is an all-time favorite. Really anywhere I go in the country, whether it be down south in Alabama or Ohio River, Kentucky River, or even Tennessee River. So that's number 3. Number 2. All right, so number 2 on my list is one that is not as common as number 3, but is becoming more popular as more and more people start to catch skipjack. And what it is the shiny hiney rig. As you can see, we have 3 shiny heinies. These are 16th ounce shiny heinies that you can get from Walmart. These are the yellow and silver hair jigs with red hooks. Now the one thing that I do a little bit different with this one is I add a 1/8 ounce or 16th ounce pinch sinker right above the last shiny hiney hair jig. Now the reason I do that is these are very, very hard to keep from getting tangled up, especially if you get a skipjack on the middle hook. It will flip around and cause a really, really big mess in your rig. But while you're casting, that little bit of extra weight while you're casting out will help pull this faster than the other 2 and help keep you from getting your rig tangled up. That is number 2. All right, now for my number 1 pick for this spring skipjack rig. It's going to be a combination of a couple different things and a little bit more complicated than the others, but we're going to walk you through it. Okay, so to start with, we have a small barrel swivel, and then about 6 inches, 7 inches below it, we have our first hair jig. This happens to be a 1/32 crappie magnet hair jig. And then about 10 inches below it, we have another jig. Now these jigs can be crappie magnets, they can be shiny heinies, whatever hair jig style that you prefer. And then below it, this is where it kind of gets a little bit complicated. We have another barrel swivel, a 1/4 ounce, and this can be quarter, half, whatever you choose, depending on how far you want it to go out or how deep you need it to sink. And just below it, we have a bead and a couple bobber stops. And these bobber stops are going to hold that sinker where it needs to be, right up here by this barrel swivel. And then from there, we have about 24 inches of leader line down to a white Foley spoon. And this can either be white or it can be silver. I prefer the silver, but I also like the white as well. This is a very, very effective rig and a rig that I have a lot of confidence in. Now another variation of that same rig, as you can see, I got a barrel swivel, and then what I've done is I've actually cut a sabiki down to just 2 hooks off of it. Where I'm at, we can only use 3 hooks per line. And then I have another barrel swivel with a snap, another 1/4 ounce sinker with a bobber stop, down to a Johnson SM 1/16 ounce spoon. If you cannot find Foley spoons, these work as good as well, and you can sometimes find these at Walmart's depending on where you're at. This is gold, which is a very good color as well. Just a different variation of my number 1 pick for this spring. All right, so there you go folks. Hopefully you enjoyed, hopefully you learned something, and hopefully this helps you catch more and bigger fish by having the freshest bait you possibly can. If you like what we put out, if you like the information you received, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Give me that thumbs up, and until next week, good luck, tight lines, and God bless.